can't see it. It's not gone live, is it? Was it? Oh, yes. Yeah, here we go.
We are live.
Hello there.
Your
Welcome back.
camera's a
little bit of me jiggling, so
Yeah, I have.
this is going to be fun. Sorry, Lee.
Right, shall we try again? Shall I play the video and start again? No, wait. Welcome back to Cannon Chatter TV. This is going to be an outdoor stream. You can tell already it's not going to be a mess. Absolutely not. And we're here to do the Chatalong for the old North London Derby. This is going to be fun. I can tell already. To my right, we have Matt Roberts with us. How you doing, Matt?
I'm good. I am recovering
Please
from
respond to me.
our WSL
Thank you.
season. So, yeah, I was just about to ask you, how are you? Especially after the Sunday game on Sunday.
Voice is. I'm not going to lie, mate. I'm not going to lie. The voice isn't great, I'll be honest. But I'm gonna do my best here today. You know, and I've got to say, really enjoyed the stream. Really enjoyed the game. We'd be very proud of the girls. They did as well as they could. You know, they did everything they could have done. So can't ask for any more. And my broadcaster from that stream is just below me there. Hello, Sam.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah. Apart from being
Not
very, very nervous, I was just about to say you've stopped jittering, but then you started jittering again. So I'm hoping that soon sorts itself out. Else, we'll have to take the reins.
So do I. I mean, it's this exercise routine I've got going on, guys. You know, I've been told to do a bit more trampolining, a bit of running. I've got to lose a bit of weight, see, guys. That's what it is. Be that as it may. We are also joined by my good friend, Posh Bertie, making his second appearance on Cannon Chatter. How are you, mate? You okay?
Hello, good to see you. Good to see all of you today. I am very nervous ahead of the game. This is the biggest North London derby in recent memory, probably since 2005, I think it was, when Tottenham had that dodgy lasagna, if you remember.
I remember Lasagna Gate very well.
It was again a fourth place battle between Arsenal and Tottenham. I was 5 years old at the time. If I feel like giving you guys an existential crisis.
Thanks,
anyway,
mate. Appreciate that.
No, I'm doing well.
Stuff. That's great to hear.
I'm nervous but excited by it, by the game today.
Fair enough. We have some breaking news, but I'm going to do that in just a second. Let's play the intro, and we'll get back into it.
Arsenal have gone through an entire league campaign without losing. The first time it's happened.
Yes, everybody. It's Cannon Chatter TV again. Yes, I definitely just ripped off our friend G, who happens to be in the chat right now. So, big up to you, my friend. It's nice to see you there. Thank you for supporting us, and thank you for being there. So, I gave you a little tease there, didn't I? I hadn't prepared this at all. This has just happened. This is breaking transfer news. It's not involving us, sadly, because of course it's not. But it's Philip Coutinho, and it's a full-time thing at Aston Villa. Immediate reactions, gentlemen, please.
You got me excited for something massive there, but you've just given me transfer news from another team.
Yeah. I'm keeping it relevant, mate.
Competition. Well, it could be. I've lost for words now. I got really excited for that, and then you've just gone and just crushed everything. I was gonna say to Matt, that's the same T-shirt that I've got in my bag. Is that the Barcelona Sabuga?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that on now so we can have matching shirts, just to spice the stream up a little bit more.
Oh, matching Barcelona friends.
Yeah, it's the best game I've ever seen. It's the best game I've ever seen as an Arsenal fan in my lifetime.
I wish I was there, but just watching it on TV just gives you chills, especially when you go back to that game. All I remember that second goal, Nasri running down that wing, and then all he sees is Arshavin, as short as he was, and no one's picked him up, and you're just thinking, is he going to pass it back to him? Is he going to pass it back to him? He passes it back to him, and it goes straight into the back of that, and you're just thinking, yes. It would have been
What a moment that was.
If you were there, I'm sure. But I tell you what,
I was in the TV crew that day. There he is. There's the moneymaker.
When Arshavin scored, I ran up and down the stairs about 44 times because I didn't quite know what to do with myself. I remember I think Mum was asleep. I think my sister was asleep at the time, and there was just me and Dad awake, and I just did laps around the house, just literally zoomies around the house, because I didn't quite know how to contain my excitement.
I think I stood up in disbelief. I don't think I would have ever believed that we would have beaten that Barcelona team.
Nah.
With the squad that we had, but it's amazing, and it's like that we're looking forward to again, and with everything that's happened.
Nice segue. Good work, son.
Thank you. With everything that's gone on, especially with Chelsea yesterday winning their game, they basically guaranteed themselves Champions League football. So it's now between us and them, and whoever gets the 3 points today will take a step forward. That would be quite interesting. Back onto the Coutinho news. I'm very surprised that he's gone to Aston Villa, considering the level that he's at. Yeah. I would have thought that he would have probably moved on to maybe someone like a Lyon or another attacking club that he would be able to excel at. Not exactly a Barcelona, but somewhere a bit lower down where he'll be appreciated. But it seems like because he's got Gerrard on his back, he feels more confident there. So that'll be quite interesting.
Fair enough. I think we'll leave the Coutinho stories there for now, because we do have a rather important game to get on with. I do have the team news ready to go. Thank you to the Arsenal Twitter page. But let me borrow this. Hopefully it works seamlessly.
Hey!
Oh, great. I can't even see it, so this is great.
You was very delayed. You was
very delayed to read it out.
I am so worried about this stream now, guys. I must admit.
Me and Matt was in time, and then we
Go ahead, guys. Talk us through it, please.
So, we're assuming number 1 next season, Aaron Ramsdale.
Hey.
Hey.
All right, back this afternoon, Tommy Asu.
Hey.
Our centre back pairing today will be Rob Holding and Gabriel.
Hey.
Our Portuguese right back who'll be playing left back is Cedric.
That's the one I'm
doing. You just that whimper.
Yeah. Looking forward to the next reaction.
Everyone's favourite central defensive midfielder, number 34, Granit Xhaka.
I prefer to stay silent.
This man built the pyramids, Mohamed El Nene.
Or Nene, as I call him now.
We like him. He's put off one pair. Bukayo Saka.
Hey.
He's from Norway. Martin Odegaard.
Hey.
Our Brazilian forwards, Martinelli.
Hey.
And he's probably leaving the club soon, Eddie Nketiah.
Hey. Absolutely seamless.
I don't know if it's a hey, good luck for him or hey.
He's Matt for announcer at the Emirates next year.
To be honest, that PA announcer is useless.
Definitely. Okay, this is not the views of Canon Chatter TV. This is just the views of Matt Roberts. No.
Disclaimer. It was, I just think there's
Exactly.
problems at the Emirates with the
Ben
audio
White is on the
problem.
bench.
So on the
Well,
bench
that's
we
good.
have
Good to see him back.
Not half as much problems as I've got here. See what I mean? There's a brimming delay on the jokes here. God, this is not good. Right,
Go on,
I'm
someone
going
go
to
through
get
the
rid of
bench
this. Maybe get
I think a Tottenham fan's hacked into Lee's internet, if I'm honest, and made it dodgy for him.
It's an omen.
more dodgy,
He's staying
more
still,
dodgier than
honestly.
normal. You mean? Do you want it back up for the sub bench then? Sorry, I can do that.
I'm just
bear
thinking,
with me.
does
I'll get there in
someone
a minute.
take it over, or Bertie, do you want to take over for the sub
Yeah,
bench?
go
or
for
do
it,
you-
Posh.
Okay, so the subs bench, I'm probably not going to deliver it as amazing as my broadcast colleague there, but I will just mention the subs: Leno, Tavares, Swanson, Ben White, Lakonga, Patino, Smith Rowe, Pepe, and Lacazette.
Hey.
Yes.
Fantastically done. Seamless. There we go. That's another catchphrase that we're building here. I think I've lost everyone. They've all gone. Bye. Right. So, shall we talk through the Tottenham side briefly? Let me just stop sharing my screen and maybe might stop.
Really? Do we have to? Is it vital? Is it necessary?
I mean,
I'm a broadcast journalist.
We're just going to find out who's going to be scoring against us.
How about I mention this just briefly that Romero isn't playing. This is the first time he's missed a game since they lost to Chelsea in January.
Ooh.
It's actually a bye.
So who's missing? Is it? Did you say
Romero, the centre half.
Romero? Okay, that's a interesting stat.
Thank you. I mean, normally Matt's the stat man, so I'm just stealing your gimmick there, mate. To be fair,
We've had a 10 seconds of you not jittering. This is wonderful. Oh my God, he's actually perfect again.
That he's pretending to freeze.
Gotcha.
I knew you were doing that. That was obvious. It was about as obvious when I tried to blatantly not eat the other day on stream.
Oh, that was class. I enjoyed that. That was fun. So let's talk a little bit about the importance of this game, shall we? We all know what it means. We all know Champions League on the line, basically. How do we think it's going to go? What are your thoughts before we go into the stressful nature of this business?
I'm not very confident. Although, to be honest, I'm quite a pessimistic Arsenal fan nowadays. I mean, I especially against Tottenham, I'm not very confident, really, to be honest. But we do have somewhat of an advantage in the race for the top four. I think even if we do lose, we're still going to be fourth, but only very just. And we have to win
good English.
our
Very
last
just.
2 games and nothing else. But that's a big ask for Arsenal.
It is, Posh. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I get totally where you're coming from there, mate. But I'm going to be the optimistic one. I'm actually feeling a little bit more confident than I was, shall we say, about 45 minutes ago, having got the team news and stuff in front of me. Matt, how are you feeling about the whole thing today?
To be honest, I was just thinking about this, because of the seasons over the women. The men's have taken a back seat for me this season, and now that the season's over, it's almost like I kind of need a football fix. So this has come at the right time.
Mhm.
I was very confident going into the women's game. I knew we were going to win. It was just a case of how many. But coming up for this one, it's at theirs. You never know what's going to happen. I don't think we've actually won there for a long time. Actually, if I remember, I think they
It's
even
been
had
even longer since we've done the double over Tottenham. Does anyone want to have a guess when the last time we done the double in the same season against them was?
I don't know, but I'm going to put a joke out there. Maybe it was the year that Sol Campbell changed teams.
I was going
Later
to
than that, mate.
say like 2017, somewhere around that time.
So we're looking to complete the double against Tottenham for the first time since the 2013-14
I
season.
was thinking
wow.
that.
Okay.
I knew you were,
So
Bosh.
I
I knew you were,
remember,
mate.
I remember us winning 1-0 at White Hart Lane during that season. I was trying to remember.
Is this
What
the
was the
goal that
score at the
literally scored that amazing goal? Like you just defied the laws of physics and you just rocketed it straight into the top corner from a really obscure angle.
Was it the really early one? The really early goal?
Yeah, the one at the lane.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you might be
Way
right.
I'm
sure
going to
Podolski
be-
scored in that game as well. He used to like scoring against Tottenham as well.
Oh, we won 1-0 at home as well. Okay, I was thinking that.
I'm going to be the fan that's in the middle because I look at it this way, right? We won at Leeds, giving us a little bit of breathing space. So as long as we pick up something tonight, whether that's a draw or a win, we're in a good position. Because if we drew, let's say we drew, we then have to win one of the Newcastle games, which is going to be a tough one, or the Everton game. I can't see us not winning either of those two games on the form that we're on currently. So as long as we pick up something, then we stand ourselves in good stead. But I also think we have the confidence we have at the moment. We have more than the means to go and win. Because it would just be like us. There is not a single amount. There is a little bit of pressure on us, but there isn't as much as there is on Tottenham. They must win this game, or they're out of it. So
I totally agree with you.
we can play Tottenham football. We can literally stay there, let them come on to us, and then break them down. We can choose to do that, or we can choose to play our own game, whichever. But I'm actually feeling kind of half okay about it. But then half of me knows what Arsenal can do. So that's where the half goes, and the panic comes on. But yeah, I'm feeling actually okay about it.
That's excellent news.
You know what whenever I look at this stadium, it just reminds me so much of the Emirates, like the way they copied and pasted it almost. Yeah, they've still managed to make it look like a toilet bowl.
They wish they could be the Emirates.
Definitely.
It's just a copied and paste almost job,
They've
but then
spent-
they just added the toilet bowl and the walk up.
They've spent more money on their fancy beer dispensers than they have anything else that fills up a pint in like 10 seconds or something.
It's not even that fancy, considering that it started all at Wembley as well. Wembley had that first. Actually, I think even Southampton, they've had it as well.
It's all right. It's all right because half the stadium's empty. Half the stadium is the fans and the pitch, and then you go down to their museum section and there's nothing in there. So that's fine.
They really do want to be like Man City.
They can have that. In their trophy cabinet will be their DVD that they made after Danny Rose scored that goal against us. That will be sat in the middle, and then all the other times that they've beaten us over the years, and then that's all that will be there.
Don't forget the Aldi Cup they won.
Oh yeah, that was
We've got a statue of Jonathan Woodgate outside.
Yeah.
It's probably missing a leg or something.
You know what's funny about that is that he scored that by accident. If you look at the footage back, it's like because he's sandwiched between John Terry and I can't remember. I think it was Carvalho at the time. That was the other centre back. He's just scored it and doesn't know anything about it.
I wonder
And
if they've got any mention of when we won the league at their place around the stadium as well.
they've got the
Did we win the league there?
old centre
Someone
spot.
told me that.
So you know where they say this is where the old centre spot is at White Hart Lane. They've got a plaque right there, and you've got a image of someone said, "Are you sure you want that there?" Because they had a Thierry Henry and Ashley Cole with the plastic FA Cup that someone had brought, and they had to borrow that from the fans.
Fantastic.
That was a game and a half. That was.
Certainly was. Seems an awful long time ago now.
So just to put it in perspective, so they've got 62, we've got 66. If they win this, we would need
still fourth.
to win both games.
It'll secure it.
But
Yeah, it'll secure the fourth.
yeah,
Whereas if they were to lose tonight, they can only get 60. Is that so? Right, 69. I'm terrible with maths.
Yeah, so basically, the short of it is if we was to beat them tonight, we've got top four secure.
Yeah.
Basically, that's it.
And the fact that you've got Newcastle at home,
Well, there's the team oh, Lord. That is embarrassing.
Oh, really? That's what they went for?
I tell you,
you saw the dare dream do in the crowd. I take it.
I honestly, that must be for the Arsenal players. That must be frightening for the Arsenal players. I bet they're quaking in their boots seeing that.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. So you'll probably gather that I am on a massive delay here, and this is not good for me. But it's all good because my voice is so husky and everything. I'm going to let the lads just lead the thing. I'm going to press all the buttons. So when you leave us a comment, leave us a like, leave us a share and subscribe and all that sort of jazz. I'll put all your comments on the screen as long as they're PG.
You know what? We
Thank
forgot
you
to
so
do the
much.
sing along.
No.
Go for it, mate. You hit it.
North London forever.
And I set him up for it and all brilliant stuff.
Whatever the weather.
However,
Thanks for joining in, everyone. You might do the rest of the 90 minutes. You might not.
Well, I'm just saving it in case we get battered and then it'll be a bit awkward. And
Don't say that. Don't say such a thing.
I said in case, just in case.
Well, you don't want to.
order.
I've already had my order.
See, there's a couple of players that strike me as the players we need to be attacking, and they're the two
Go for
people
it,
that sitting next to Højbjerg, Emerson Royal, and Bentancur. They're their two weak spots for me. If we can really kind of take them out of the game, that only puts one central midfielder there. So easier said than done, I know, but yeah. This is basically like Tottenham's Champions League final, isn't it? That they didn't win. It's over again.
Another one they didn't win.
Yeah, like it's just Conte's thinking, "Oh God, please let this be over so I can go back to a decent team."
Gentlemen, we've got a comment in the chat here, which might just suggest how this stream's going to go.
Oh
Let me
dear.
just pop it up for you.
Yeah, it's probably my singing.
Hi,
isn't
Stephen. Stop, please. He says. I don't
it's
think he
the
likes
singing,
our
isn't it?
singing. Yeah, I would have thought so.
That's why I hid. I had no part of it, Stephen. It was all them.
Yeah, that's my
Wasn't
fault. I
me.
instigated
I've got
that.
no voice. Sorry, boss. We won't do it again. Thanks for
We'll
joining
still-
us. Don't forget to like the stream.
We'll stick to the
The
script,
lights
shall
like
we?
going.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah,
this
mate.
will be an important game for Cedric because a lot of people are saying that he's past it and that he shouldn't be playing. But you've got to remember, a lot of these players have been in and out of these teams all season. This team, sorry. So for this is going to be his real test, and it's a real chance for him to say, "Look, I want to stay at the club next season. I don't want to move on." So
Yeah, I agree with that.
that's what I look at that as. You've got a few others as well that will probably
Oh,
look into.
So me and Matt are now behind as well because Bertie's on live and we're
Yeah, it's just kicked off now.
Okay, so we've just had the knee.
Hit your pause button just for a minute and get synced up with the lads here.
There we go. We
That's
just
what you're
kicked off
gonna do.
now. Aaron Ramsdale with a long ball.
either that or you've got to stay silent. I
Cedric.
can't stand to know
I paused it.
what happens.
And they've gotten a free kick.
So where have you paused it at? And then 30
So I'm
seconds.
currently at 29 seconds. 30,
I'm
Okay,
at less than you, so I'm behind.
25,
Alright.
26,
I paused it at
27,
36 seconds.
28, 29, 30.
31.
So Lloris has just taken the goal
Yeah,
kick.
I'm at the same time basically.
Yeah. Nice little
Hopefully
1-2
we're just
Oh,
about
this
to
is
do
okay,
that.
cool. And
We've got a
Martinelli.
counter-attack here, but it won't come to anything, I don't think.
Martinelli, go on. Attack him straight away. In.
Come on.
Oh,
Into
lucky.
the penalty
Come on,
area,
in.
cross, headed
Oh,
away,
lucky.
and
Still
goes
got the
back
ball?
to the building. I tell you what, he's been quite impressive over the last couple of weeks. Revolving.
Mm.
A solid job coming in, isn't he? Absolutely right.
There's a
Straight
nice little
goal as well.
story going around as well, which I'll probably talk to you about later on in the stream, so that we don't use up all our stories and things like that.
We'll be holding on for that one later.
Yeah. Hey, who needs Adam?
So, Odegaard passed it through to Nketiah. Oh, great time.
Go on, shoot. Oh,
Oh, so now I'm a bit behind.
that's disgusting. One of their fans tried to throw a bottle at Eddie and Katia.
You
Shows
might have
what we need.
miscontrolled it anyway. I'm joking. Your Arsenal shirt is in the wash, lads.
Tom, aren't you
Welcome
watching the
in, Tom.
game?
Tom, this
You
is
watching the game, Tom?
This is the shirt from the 2-1 win over Barcelona. Me and Matt have got matching shirts. Not choreographed at all. We're using the power of Andrea Sharvin scoring an absolute beauty to hopefully bring us through. I'm hoping.
Oh,
And well, I'm sporting
probably that
the
game.
Cannon
Good
Chatter
times.
shirt here. So
Yes, we need
Nice.
to. We need to. You've got that around, haven't you? With the links for if we want to ask about the shirts and things like that. Yeah.
It's as if by magic
There you go.
it's appeared. It's as if by magic.
I can't talk very well, but I can press the buttons well.
You're doing us a good service anyway.
Luis's dodgy pass.
That's
Oh,
good pressing from
what a
Arsenal. And he's running that great pass. Cedric to Odegaard
Oh,
with the shot, and Lloris just gathers it.
oh no.
I didn't see who was running in. I think it was Martinelli, but he gave him a nice little push as well, just to make sure that he had it in his hands.
Well done, Martinelli. He was just
So
no further damage was.
Obviously,
just
I know
on something on the delay here, guys. Can I just? We talked about positionally and everything. From what I'm seeing at the moment, Cedric is at right back. Tommy Asso is continuing at left back at the moment.
Right, okay. So I've said he's left back and not instead of him being the right back. It's really weird because sometimes they go left to right and other times they go right to left. So
It might be worth keeping an eye on because they might change it as they go along. It depends how involved in the game Sonny is, I think.
Well, this is the other thing as well, is that Saka and Martinelli will always swap sides anyway throughout the game.
So far, we've got a very good shape. Like Tottenham are actually struggling to bring it out of their own box because of our shape, which is interesting. Because if you'd have said, like at the start of the game, you'd have said that we could have allowed them to have a bit of the ball, but we're not allowing that at all. We've won it back again high up. Which is good to see. Like,
So I'm just sort of.
Oh God!
I've just seen
Tottenham
the.
on the attack here. Oh,
Okay.
well done,
That's a free
Gabriel.
kick, ref. Come on.
Oh God! He clattered him.
What's he holding it on for? That's a yellow card, surely. He's held on to Gabriel's leg like he was hugging his leg.
Okay,
Not gonna lie, my phone was
we've got
charging, so I
we're
kind of
on
missed a
around the
little bit.
same time, I think. That's
Yeah,
good.
we are roughly the same time.
I'm on 5 minutes and 7 seconds.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm a good minute
No,
behind you.
that's a yellow. That's a straight yellow. He shoved him to the ground and he's shirt pulling. That's got to be a yellow.
I was watching the
For who,
WWE
guys?
before.
Yellow for who, guys?
No, we haven't. We should have.
Kluevski? It should have been a
Yeah.
yellow card because he was shirt pulling and he had his
Okay.
arms all over Gabriel.
I'm
was
sure I'll
watching-
see it in just a second.
I was watching a.
You're our instant replay for the.
Oh, that's
Well,
this is
VAR.
another.
for,
Rob
Here's a
Aldens
nice
put a
little
nice
stat for you.
on there. You love to see it. I was watching WWE League before the game, and
Yeah.
I saw softer moves in that than what I did on Gabriel. So
Posh will like that reference as well, by the way. Posh is part of my wrestling community.
So just
Give
a
us a
stat
subscribe.
for you all. Should
Yes, mate.
Arsenal sign Gabriel Jesus, that means that 27% of the squad in the starting 11 will have the name Gabriel in their name.
Brilliant.
I mean, we should sign him anyway because I think he'll be a great addition to the team, and he's a good prolific goal scorer.
the only thing I worry about in terms of that is obviously we've got quite a good wage structure.
Mm.
We have our top earner, which is Thomas Partey, on 200k a week. So he's obviously on more than that at Man City. If he is going to be not the first choice striker, then you can't go and give him 300k a week because then that unsettles everyone else. And they go, why aren't I on 300k a week? He's just joined from Man City and we're going to play him a second fiddle. Yeah, he's on 300k a week. And then it's going to upset everyone. So I don't want us to go and do that because I want us to go and do that on someone that is more than just a 15, 20
Good work
goal.
from Gabriel there to move the ball away. I'm sure Ramsdale had it covered, but it was good work anyway. They're on the. They just seem to pass it across.
Was it in? It didn't come to anything though.
Saka,
wow.
don't walk to it. You've got to run to it. Man. Oh, no.
Shirt pulling
Shirt
again.
there.
There's three of them there. There's a shirt pull, and he hasn't given it. Fair enough. And I'm sure Cedric's just gone down, so they've been pushing and shoving. Yeah, 2-on-1s everywhere at the moment. It is.
I can see
Well,
what
let's
this
get an attack
is
going
doing
here.
for Tottenham. Just crop at every given
I
opportunity.
have a feeling that someone's going to bring out their inner Katie McCabe.
I get that reference, mate. Posh might not necessarily.
I hope. I just hope.
I'm laughing along with it. So
I just hope it's not Granit Xhaka.
She's very competitive. She's very competitive in that midfield press.
Basically,
oh,
at
she
the
an Arsenal
women's-
player. for the
Yeah,
women's
so
She is
team.
an Arsenal player.
Okay.
So at the women's game at the Emirates for the North London derby last week, basically one of the players went and basically it's a full-on red card. She's gone to stamp on one of our players' legs over just below the knee, but above her shin pads, and
Some Beth
there
Mead.
was it wasn't Beth Mead, it was Leah Walty.
Just don't. Whatever you do, Matt.
Oh,
Say
yes,
what
of
she
course.
actually- don't actually say what she does say in an angry Scottish accent because then we might get banned.
It wasn't. Where are you getting your
Don't go
information?
there.
Scottish information. Scottish accent. She's Irish.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
okay.
thinking of Kim Little. That's Scottish.
I'm just
And
gonna
Lisa.
leave the stream now. because I just feel that I have
Where was
no
that going?
Anyway, this is a men's show, isn't it? So let's just say there was a lot of fun.
The only person or part of the Arsenal women's alumni that I know is Kelly Smith, and that was years ago.
Wow.
I was about to say that was years ago.
Yes,
I just
there
remember
is actually
seeing
a Chelsea game she's going to be part of this weekend. Actually,
the reason why I knew about her was I used to read the Match of the Day magazine when I was a little one, and there was this page about the start of the Women's Super League season or whatever, and it was about her, and they said, "Oh, Arsenal were brilliant." And I'm like, "What? Arsenal and brilliant in the same sentence? Oh my god!"
Oh, get up! Rob Holding's just put a tiny tackle on Son, and it's as if he's poleaxed him. He's holding his back like he broke his back, and he'll do about 20.
No, he's making a meal out of it.
Oh, just get up.
Right, you got some comments to look at in the chat, guys. So Katie should have lamped her.
There's a nice little still of her, like looking like she's about to lamp her.
Oh yeah, that's it, Rob. Kick him in the back. That's it, son.
In all fairness, he's got nowhere to go. So of course, because he's in the way, he can't step over him. He's gonna and he wobbles. So it's not like he can actually do anything to physically get out of the way because he's falling down all like that. He's just made a meal out of it, expecting to.
Yeah, he has made a meal out of it. He put a tiny little kick in his back. He wouldn't have really felt it.
But it wasn't. I wouldn't say it's a kick. I would say it's more of the fact that. Oh god!
Oh,
Oh
no.
my god!
Oh,
my
come
God,
on! Now they're wrestling. That's it.
Talk us through it, guys. What's happening?
WWE now.
Right. So Son was involved in a tackle with Rob Holding again.
Yeah,
They just
seen
kind
that.
of they kind of had a 50-50 tussle. It's after the first initial one. And then Son has actually gone around to try and square up to Rob Holding. And but see, the thing is, I like this because we're not normally a team. We're seen as soft. So we're not normally a team that's like this. So I actually like this different side to us that we have now. That
You
we
know
won't
what? It's quite nice that we're getting under their skin a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's exactly what I was going to say.
It's nice to see. Like, okay, fair enough. The referee hasn't given out a card yet, but he's let it flow a little bit. But I think some of these free kicks are a little bit too soft.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just seeing it now. I'm just seeing that. You see the smile on Rob's face.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He's like, yeah, let's go then. Let's go. See how long you'll last.
We'll dance.
Like,
Scheduled for 1-4.
It's just the fact that he just rolls him over.
See, the
Makes
thing
it
you
more
want
funny.
this though, at the end of the day, it's a North London derby with top forward state. You don't want there to be like just them. You want them to actually, it means something to them, and you want to see that. Like, it's what makes it exciting.
Cheers, Tom.
At least it's like the first 15 minutes, and you can see already that there's a attitude towards both sets of players. Like, they're not gonna go half-arse it like you've seen some of the time. They're gonna go fully at each other. If is a brawl, there is gonna end up in a brawl and things like that. But it's not gonna be one of these ones where you're gonna see. Sorry, well, I don't know. Literally, they're just passing it around at the moment into their middle.
I don't think it's going to be a game. I think it's going to be a game, from what I've seen so far, that doesn't create many chances. I think it's going to be one that we're going to have to take the chance that we get. I don't think it's going to be one that is full of chances. It's not going to be like a 5-4 thriller. Well, I hope not anyway, because I don't.
My heart can't deal with another one of them in my lifetime. I can tell you
It
that
will
much.
be. I think a lot of it's going to come down to mind games. And Tom making a nice dad joke on 2 levels, but
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
But let's be fair. It's not like Sonny to go down and faking an injury now, is it?
No, you've never seen it before.
You've got to be fair.
Yeah.
I
It's
nearly
not
made
very
a joke, then I'm glad I didn't.
It's not very often that him and Harry Kane dive over at all, is it? It's just
No,
you don't see it at all.
they're just playing an ice rig sometimes. They can't help it.
You just got to let them
Oh,
off.
go on.
Martinez just loses the ball there, and Sanchez it is hoops it away. Ramsdale's got the ball, all nice and calm now.
That's good. I'm glad someone's nice and calm because I'm not.
I'm currently praying to any god that's available. I'm not at all religious, but I'm currently praying to anyone that's available, in the hope that one of them listens.
And if God is watching, can you please give us a like and a subscribe?
And don't forget to send a comment in the chat.
Exactly.
Now then.
Oh, good attack going. Come on.
Martinelli. He's got Odegaard in the centre. Odegaard doesn't break it. Sanchez just gets it away for a throw in. And Tomiyasu will take.
Can you imagine that we get Tammy Abraham and Tomiyasu at the same time?
I was going to say, I thought Tammy Abraham would come back from the dead and come back to England then.
You know what? I was probably thinking of Tamagotchi, and without even thinking.
Yeah, if that's anything to go by, I should never have kids, but because my Tamagotchi never lived.
I never had one, so
here I didn't anticipate. I could tell you that.
It was just too needy. Oh,
go on, chase after it.
Go on,
All right,
Saka.
Go on.
Hey, what's that then?
Hey,
That's a card, surely. That's
Shouting.
got to be a yellow. Thank you.
There we are.
Davis.
One of you
first
talk us
yellow.
through it.
Ben Davis, first yellow. So the ball came back to Ben Davis. He tried to control it, but Saka was right on him and kind of nicked the ball away from him and nicked the ball completely. And then it ricocheted off Ben Davis's leg. And then Saka would have been clean through, and he just literally turned around and hooked his foot round Saka's ankle. So it was the most blatant yellow card you've ever seen.
Okay. How far out from goal?
I don't know. They haven't come back. It shouldn't be that far because now Conte's having a issy fit.
I think it's one of those free kicks where you can cross it into the box and hopefully we'll get a header. And
I'm seeing it now. I'm just seeing it now.
It's
good crossing area. Yeah, absolutely.
These are the chances that you need to calm the game down a little bit. You need to be taking, really. Because it's a bit 100 mile an hour at the minute.
Of course, we did very well with our set plays against West Ham.
Get off him, Dyer.
Go on.
Just because you can't play football, you don't have to bring everyone down to your level.
No, keep it the level there, please. Come on. Oh, Conte is really getting the ump, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm 17 minutes on my clock exactly.
We're
Just
a minute.
Just 18 minutes on my one.
Just done 18-4, 18-5.
Okay.
Oh, we're perfectly in the same level there. Oh, don't slide in like that. Oh God.
Oh no!
This doesn't look good.
No. Yes,
This
Gabriel.
doesn't look good. Yes. Okay.
Now then, break, Martinelli, break. Oh, it's just not quite dropping for either team, really. Tottenham had a nice bit of play there where they pushed it to the edge of the box and kind of tried to cross it in, but then Gabriel cleared. We tried to break out and they've got the ball back now.
Do you know, I kind of expected this, a bit of a cagey start. I also think an odd goal will separate this game.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be many in it.
I wouldn't be too surprised if this game ended 0-0. I know, but that was
wouldn't be very entertaining, will
my
it?
early prediction today. But I don't want it to.
I know. I think it's too.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think there's too much at stake for it to end 0-0, if I'm honest.
If I was going to say from the looks of it, it is going to be like Sam said, like there'll be one chance in it and it'll be one of those games where you have one chance, you score it.
Well done, Nate. Fantastic defending there.
Oh, that was handball. He's played on night.
Maybe one of you can help me out with this comment. So just putting it up there.
I've
just seen Guns N'
N'
Roses are playing there.
Roses.
Axl Rose drops to no levels.
I wouldn't call Tottenham Stadium Paradise City.
It's not paradise, that's for sure.
I'm just as confused as you are, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm sorry. But thank you for popping a comment.
Oh, thank God we got rid of that.
Oh, my words.
Oh, my God, he's given a penalty.
No.
You are kidding me.
That's a goal kick. What's he given the penalty for?
You are
What is he
actually
given
joking.
a penalty for?
Okay, well, bear in mind VAR's in that operation as well, guys. So let's just see what happens.
Penalty for there. Please explain to me. What? What for?
Oh my word!
What's gone on there?
Surely VAR has to be checked.
No.
Here.
I think he's given it. I think he's given it for that.
Hit him on his arm
going
there.
through the back of holding.
That is
But
never in a million years a penalty. If that gets given as a penalty, VAR is done for because that is
Tom,
never...
just to let you know, Jurassic World was also on the billboards. Doesn't mean the last time that it's probably the amount of times the dinosaurs have seen a trophy as well around there.
They've given it.
They're not even checking it.
It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty.
They're not even checking it.
That's ridiculous.
I'm sure they've got to be checking it. So.
No, they haven't. They've
No,
just
they're
gone
not.
straight to
Penalties
the
happening right now.
Harry
They're happening any
Kane's
second
taking
now.
the penalty now.
Oh my God, I have never seen anything like it. I don't know how on earth we have VAR and it is failing the game as much as it is. It's not just because it's Arsenal and Tottenham. Oh my God.
This could be
There
the
is
first
a
shot on
slight
target of
shove.
the game.
It was the tiniest of shoves, though, wasn't it? Let's be honest. He scored.
And Kane, great penalty.
Well,
1-0
Let's
Spurs.
be honest. That was the tiniest of shoves.
No.
I don't care if it had been the other way around, right? And it had been the Tottenham player pushing the Arsenal player in the other end of the pitch. I would have still said
That's never a penalty. It's never a penalty.
I wouldn't have even dared to appeal for that as a football player. I wouldn't have even dared to appeal because it was that embarrassing.
You know what? I reckon Son's gone up in the air thinking, you know what, there's a 50-50 chance I can get a penalty here. And he's calling the referee, no VAR. And I feel a bit sorry for Ramsdale because he's... Actually, no, you know what? Ramsdale could have done a lot better there. He's just been deceived there. He should have stuck to his guns and he should have gone for it. He just
I'm just saying.
Now.
Yeah, I mean, he's decided to go one way, hasn't he? So,
but as he's gone for it, he's sort of like not actually checked it. If anything, it's a handball. I'm pretty sure that ball comes off Sessegnon on the hand. So that should be actually a handball. Yeah, it does. Handball to us, and instead he gives the penalty. It was never a shove. It was never a shove.
Honestly, it just begs the question to me as to why have we got VAR? If we're going to get it this horrifically wrong, then why do we have it? What is the point in having it?
It's the referees, isn't it? The referees are not able to understand. Oh, there's a flare on the pitch.
But that's just embarrassing. Like, I would be, if I was a Tottenham fan, even though there's a rivalry here, as a Tottenham fan, I would be embarrassed if that was given as a penalty. I would hold my hands up and say that wasn't.
You know what? What it might be where I know Hoodies at the game, so we can't really ask her what she would have thought about the penalty. But that's a foul, and now he's given it. Give him a card because he's gone straight through him. No cards. This is disgusting.
So who should be carded and what's happened in the play?
Basically, Kane's gone to jump over the ball against Cedric, and he's basically floored Cedric to the ground, trying to win himself a free kick. And in fact, he's given a free kick to Arsenal. That's just disgusting. He should have been carded straight there. But this referee don't know what he's doing, don't know what he's playing at. Is it Jonathan Moss?
Honestly, yeah, and it's Mike
Oh, that's
Dean,
why
in,
then.
and it's Mike Dean in the VAR room. So
This
we're
is
Oh, that explains it.
this is half the problem. We've got referees that aren't fit to do their jobs in the first place, assessing
As
the
soon as
VAR room. Like so.
Oh, he's at.
Odegaard.
Oh,
Oh, a little bit of fumbling in the box there. Unfortunately,
Oh.
Odegaard couldn't make amends. I'll tell you what, he's taken a chance. It's just Højbjerg's got a foot in. Technically, that should be classed as a pass back. But I think this is the problem with VAR, and you've got referees that have been in the league for 20 years because they think they know better than anyone else. And they haven't gotten with the times. They're just going to.
Oh yeah, go on then. Oh, how is that a yellow card?
Oh, come off it!
He's completely lost
Right,
control.
hold on. I'm muting myself because I'm muting myself.
Oh, well, that's
it's completely ridiculous.
Bertie, tell me what's going on, mate, please.
There was a bit of a tussling between Holding and Son, and Holding's just been booked.
Okay, mate.
I think Mike Dean being in the VAR room kind of explains a lot.
Do you think that's the worst bit? Is the fact that as soon as you know this is a referee, you know what way that most of the decisions are going to go. Whereas if they didn't turn around and tell you, oh, by the way, the referees for these games are these people, you wouldn't really care until the day of the game, would you?
Oh, what is that?
And Arsenal giving away the ball here.
Oh god, here we go.
In a way, he gets the shot. Well
Good
blocked
play.
by Chatalong and hits it over the bar.
I mean, all right, so guys, the Holding booking, yeah, he's got two hands round him and he's dragging him down. So, you know, it.
Yeah, but go on, Lee. Go on.
Yeah, I'm just saying, trying to be a little bit balanced as the person that's in the chair here. You know, it looks. It might be soft in your view, yeah, and I respect that, but I can understand why it's been given like that.
Yeah,
but how come some of the other challenges?
It's just a bit of frustration, really, because of the whole, getting
I get that.
Stupidly to now put us 1-0 down. I think that's kind of.
Cedric with the throw back to Odegaard, and we've got another throw right towards, right near the penalty area. Cedric with the throw, trying to find someone. No one's moving. He's found Nketiah. No, not Nketiah. Saka. And it's all pushing and shoving, and it goes out for a goal kick.
Did you guys see the tackle by Tomiyasu to stop that shot coming in?
It was a good block, even though he didn't know much about it. He sort of fell over, didn't he?
Well,
Tottenham giving away the ball here. Martinelli to Odegaard. Looking for someone. He finds it to Xhaka.
Oh, what is that?
And he thought he was playing rugby because that is high and over.
Time is restored. I've come back a new person, and I thought
I'll just be back in a sec.
I can spend the whole 90 minutes thinking we've been cheated, or I can spend the rest of the time and think it's early and we've still got time.
Well, it's only 28 minutes gone my clock, so we've got time, boys and girls. We've got time. It's not been the best of starts, let's be honest with it, but it's just see how it all pans out.
Go on, Gabby. Come on, Gabby. That's not a free kick. Never. That is, though.
Oh!
That second one was definitely a free kick.
Wow. He got past him, but It's gone straight to the keeper.
I can see what Conte said to his team.
He's
Just
cloudering.
go and tackle them really hard.
I think Conte sees blood, if I'm honest. I think he's just gone, do what you can to stop him. I think he's given it old Sam Allardyce, to be fair, and said, just at any cost, just stop him. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, what a tackle. Is that Cedric?
Oh, that is brilliant. Do not give away a penalty, ref. Thank you.
I was goodness. That is unbelievable by Cedric, to be fair. That stopped.
Oh.
Cedric has just stopped.
Where was
Tottenham
he
going
all
2-1 in
season?
front. At 2-0 in front, sorry.
It was a life-saving tackle.
I am going to take the initiative, and I might turn off my phone now because I can't deal with the comments if it stays like this. I really can't.
I think this is the problem, is that everything's sort of gone their way at the moment. The free kicks, the cards, everything's sort of gone their way, whereas we haven't really troubled them, which is a huge concern.
Yep, and we've not really had an awful lot of opportunities
but
yet either.
nothing's happened. Why is Martinelli tracking so far back, and they're asking Granit Xhaka to do some sprinting, something he's not very good at?
Because that's what you need to do in this game as important as this when you're 1-0 down. Rely on Xhaka.
Oh, no.
Oh, you are... What is that?
Oh, no, he gives away the ball. Harry Kane
Oh,
picks
it's
it
going
up.
to be 2-0. Come on. There we go.
1-2, but Odegaard wins the ball.
No, it was Odegaard.
Now Saka.
Clear it. Clear the ball.
Finds it to Saka. He's trying to find something, but Tottenham have given it. Got the throw. Now to Ben Davies. To Ryan Sessegnon, who might lose the ball here. No. Kept it under control. Back to Sanchez. Tottenham just toying with Arsenal at the moment. Just in Arsenal's half now.
I'm going to go as far as saying as if they score again and before half time, this game's done.
Yeah.
I can't see us coming back from 1 at the moment, let alone 2. So I say it's
very early to be saying something like that, Sam.
I know it's very early, but we just don't look up to it at all. We've just decided,
get up. No, and a straight red.
brilliant.
No, I'm sorry, that's ridiculous.
Oh, fantastic.
So Rob Holding's been sent off.
That is ridiculous. That is so ridiculous.
I cannot believe
That's the point of being. No, this is ridiculous. I don't think I can physically watch this game anymore.
Right, you know
so
what?
Ridiculous.
I'm gonna go all ahead.
This is ridiculous.
Us.
I have never seen something so stupid in my entire life. I swear.
Gentlemen, can I just make sure we don't get carried away, please?
I'm saying this, but I'm going to say
let's
it.
have
If that was Liverpool, it wouldn't have happened.
Let's have a look at this. So Dyer's gone for the ball. Oh, right. Okay, yeah. I see why he's given it. He's elbowed Son in the face, but Son's made a meal out of it. He's just checked his run. He's elbowed from the angle. He's elbowed him in the face. So, yeah, he's got to go, unfortunately.
Of course, the issue there as well is it's been given a second yellow card, so that is not going to get checked on the. Well, I was thinking more pressingly at the moment. That won't get a double check on the VAR. So
there won't be a check because he's elbowed him in the face.
Yeah.
But the question is, why was Son's face that far down towards his elbow in the first place? If he's falling over, then technically. There's nothing to stop him from actually turning around. He's just put his elbow there. But it's a difficult one to take at the moment. But I think this referee, this referee, doesn't seem to have control of the game. He's just letting so many of these fouls away. Okay. I think he's, if anything, it looks like he's kind of just brushed, but it looks like because sort of the way Son's like face is there, elbows there, and as soon as he's felt it, it's just gone to him. So I can see what he means, but we've got Kane on the free kick now.
Do you think that they're going to bring Ben White on in the
They're going to
moment?
have
They
to.
should.
For who?
I'm going to be brutally honest. I think El Nene should go off.
Yeah. He's not had a.
But then again, you need.
He's not been much active at all, really.
I wonder if it might be Martinelli. That's my thoughts.
Area. He's looking for someone to help him out, and he's just been outcrowded when his pass gone straight back to Tottenham again. And Tottenham again have won a free kick, and Saka's on the floor because he's been stamped on.
Saka's now probably severely injured and is out for like 6 months. You just know it, knowing us. I don't think he is, but it's
Just come back.
He's given a free kick to Tottenham when technically
when Saka's gone down.
Stamped on him. Saka has been stamped on.
And yet Tottenham's got a free kick. I don't know how this works.
Ben White looks like he's about to warm up.
You can tell by our silence, by the way, the fact that how bad this game
and it's not been good. It's not been a good watch. You can tell by our silence.
Simple as that.
Wow, that challenge from Hellberg on Saka.
It looked like a stamp, didn't it? I'm not over exaggerating. That did look like a stamp on Saka, didn't it?
Yeah,
it says
wasn't great. Let me just see this again.
It was yellow. I'm not saying it's a red. I'm not going to make out and say it was a red.
No,
it's
yellow.
yellow.
I think.
And yet they've ended up with free kick. I don't get how this works, if I'm honest.
What are they doing? What are they doing? Why is it they've got Ben Davis on Ramsdale and they're not actually pushing him out the way? Ramsdale is having to do everything he can to get Ben Davis out the way.
This corner.
This is ridiculous.
Corner.
And Kane gets it. That shot. Hold on. I think he's offside.
Well, even if he is, they'll still give it.
He's offside because he's on. From what I can see,
they won't use VAR at all.
No, they won't. VAR may as well not be involved in Arsenal games. It may as well just be involved for the other team, and then just it doesn't work for Arsenal. It may as well do that because that's what it's doing today. It's just
right. Let's watch this because
he's onside.
No.
He's onside.
He's onside. Right. Okay.
He's onside, but we've left. Right. This is what I don't understand. You're down to 10
men there, almost unmarked.
You're down to 10 men, and you leave their top goal scorer unmarked at the back post.
I'm just going to say this now. Why was Eddie and Nketiah at the back post?
Can I just remind you, we haven't got. We're missing a centre half in that set play, guys.
I know, but you can at least have Harry Kane marked. At least
you've got to.
He's their best player. Out of all the players,
oh my God, no! This is just right. They need a half time. They need a break. They need something because this is going to go pear-shaped ridiculously quick. Sam's already on his bed. Long ball over the top.
I think if I wasn't on this podcast, this is good.
What are you doing?
Nothing given. Odegaard's still got the ball. Now looking for Odegaard, but now the referee decides to give the offside, which was a bit too late.
Honestly, if I wasn't on this podcast, I think I'd have
We're on. Right. Someone
time delay as well.
Someone just explain that, right? We're in the next phase of play. Why then all of a sudden give the offside?
Granite, be careful. He's likely to just pull out a red card on you. How unpredictable.
Yeah, the longer term ramifications on this one. We're looking at the Newcastle game for Monday.
This is why I don't watch the men's as much as I watch the women's, ladies and gentlemen. The women are a lot less stressful than this game.
This is the most Arsenal thing I've ever seen in my entire life. You've got one game left to secure top four football. And
2 games, really.
Granted, we've been unfortunate.
Given Harry
But
Kane, the little one too.
What else have we done to counter being unfortunate? We've just let them play football. We haven't bothered turning up. We've allowed them to come on to us and just stood and kind of watched them play football.
I think half time couldn't come quicker. If I'm honest, I reckon that they're just
What are they doing?
Why
Just
are they
kick the ball. Why
trying to wind
cross
down
around
the
the
clock
back?
to try and get it to half time. There's no point in going for it now because Odegaard's now down and he's not even blown his whistle. Now he's blown his whistle.
Oh, well, it's a face injury, so they should have done that straight away and stopped play. Yet they let it go on for ages before blowing the whistle. Right.
I'm sorry. We need a half time. We need the 15 minutes.
I agree with that.
He's elbowed him. He's actually elbowed him and kneed him in the ribs, which is actually even worse.
Yeah, they were. Honestly, Harry Kane could 2-foot Ramsdale when nobody else is around him, and somehow they still won't send him off. So, I just don't get why we have something that looks back at football plays when we aren't using it properly. Like, I just don't understand it.
Well, this is the thing, wasn't it? Was that during the World Cup it was used correctly? But as I was saying earlier, that we've got referees that have been in the Premier League for at least nearly 20 years, and some of them are retiring this summer. But they don't seem to really care about the new technology. The only technology that they really used was the goal line technology, and that was only because it was that was for the good of it.
I can safely say I am enjoying football less since VAR came around than I was. I can definitely say that, because not only am I getting more wound up when decisions aren't going our way, when we score, I'm going, oh yeah, we scored, but they'll find a way to take it out. So I haven't even got that excitement of scoring anymore, because I go, oh yeah, we scored, but then they'll draw some lines to make sure it's offside because it's just Arsenal. Like, I think
that was what was nice about Sunday, Sam, wasn't it? The fact that we could react spontaneously, knowing that we wouldn't have any issues there.
That's why I enjoy watching like my local, like Lincoln in League One and Championship football, because you haven't got it. If something goes wrong, then you just have to deal with it. Whereas here, you have to deal with it first off, given the penalty, but then you have to see it back 20 more times to wind you up even more, and then go through the game like it didn't happen. But
then that's the beauty as well, is that you can always look back at at the highlights of those matches and go, okay, I can understand why that wasn't given later on. Whereas now everything in the Premier League, because it's this huge billion-dollar business, they want to analyse everything. And here we go. Saka charging through the Tottenham midfield. And he's still got the ball.
Come on.
Good
save from Lloris.
Lloris tips it over the bar.
Right.
Come on.
That was what we needed. We got a call.
Tom, just to put it into perspective, I can't hear anything because I've muted my TV.
Likewise with me.
Yeah.
I always mute them for these games when I'm on stream.
Don't want to get a copyright strike.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I believe we've got a Tottenham fan in the chat as well.
I see.
No. That's one of my friends that thinks he's big and clever coming onto the live stream. He's a Man United fan, actually. So
there you go. Daniel, you've been exposed. So it's what it is,
He's a Man United fan that when Arsenal are playing, he decides to enjoy watching football. He won't even be watching the game.
You're a United fan. He shouldn't really be in that much of a good mood.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. They'll enjoy the Thursday nights. It's fine.
I mean, Sam, you know what's happened with Abdi, don't you? Like the way that United have played this season, he just almost seems so deflated. I've never seen a United fan as deflated as Abdi ever in my life.
Go on!
Already got with the shot. Unfortunately, it just rose just towards. This is a bit better. A bit better, but it's a bit too late to be starting now.
Yeah, too little, too late.
And now they're showing the first yellow card.
I wouldn't
is
even give them the
pathetic.
time of day, Lee, if I'm
It's
honest.
pathetic.
I know you've got to put the comments up, but wouldn't even give them
Oh,
the time of
God.
day. They're
I just
not even
saw that. He
watching the
elbowed
game.
him in the
I
face.
think,
there.
Are these all your friends that are
Might have
coming
been
in and
unintentional.
trying to
Yeah,
pants you off?
one's a
Bit
Brighton fan
guilty.
and one's a United fan, so they don't even enjoy football. They don't even know what their own team's doing. It's just when Arsenal are playing, they just decide to come on and.
Well,
Well,
while
listen,
you're
I'll
here,
say
you might as
this.
well like and
As I'm-
subscribe to the video.
Yeah, just
as the guy that's here, you know, thanks for being in the stream. You're boosting our ratings. So cheers for that.
And,
You know, if you give us a like, that'd be nice. Cheers.
So we've got 2 minutes of
People do
added
like to
time.
watch Arsenal fans suffer. Apparently, it makes good viewing. So,
Well, there's a certain YouTube channel that
I was just about to say we are.
grabs the popcorn out as soon as Arsenal lose.
Which doesn't happen here, ladies and gentlemen. We are
No.
completely down the middle as it comes.
unless, of course, the referees give bad decisions against us, and we
You do get the
and then
emotions, though.
sometimes.
Here's
You
the
do
thing,
have
though,
your
and this is what I
emotions,
can be very proud of every one of you here. It's not going
Okay,
great at the moment, let's be absolutely fair. But
Go on,
we
Gabby.
know the boundaries
Gabby,
here.
Gabby.
This is a family-friendly stream, so
Saka with a
you
cross.
can't get that.
Ah.
This is better though. Like
Too little, too late, but
Mm.
we've been better in the last few minutes of the first half.
Yeah, encouraging signs, but as you said,
But it's going to be so difficult to turn it around. So difficult.
Indeed. I mean, on my thing, we've got another minute and a half to put up with here.
Mhm.
Yes, I said put up with rather than just played out. But you know what, Tom? I agree with you there. Here we go. Let me put that
Oh
on.
no.
Football is football. If you give it,
Oh,
you have to take it. Yeah. But what I think we can be quite proud of here, and certainly on Cannon Chatter, we won't. You know, this is a North London derby, of course it is. But I don't think we've been derogatory. I think we've been calling it quite fairly, in fairness.
let's be honest. If there was like someone that we all know that was supporting the other team, they'll probably be giving us all a bit of everything in this game. But yeah, the half time,
And of course, you know, you can be partial to. You can be having a bit of a knee-jerk reaction sometimes, especially in situations like the penalty, for example.
That is football, though, isn't it? Because it brings out a lot of
these,
emotion.
These knee-jerk reactions are normal in a way. So
yeah.
Well, half time finally.
Yeah, indeed.
I should really tell. Well, I lighten the mood a little bit. So, Rob Holding and Leah Williamson were at a concert, and there was a guy that was following Leah around. Leah plays for the women.
Okay.
Bertie, just to let you know, and it was following Leah around. I go, "You're Leah Williamson," and she sort of tried to play him off, and he was like, "No, I'm not Leah Williamson." So eventually turned around and go, "Can I have a photo?" And Rob was standing next to her because they've gone together. He goes and asks her, so she said yes, she'll take the photo. He asked Rob to take the photo of him and Leah. It wasn't until she later turned around and said, "You realise who you've asked to take the photo, don't you?" And he goes, "No, who was it?" She turned around and said it was Rob Holding.
You left him holding the camera.
But see, you and Adam make up the dad jokes on here, so
yeah, that's what the people want, to be honest. Especially when things go the way they are at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Tom.
I have to apologise. My voice is disappearing rapidly here.
No, it's fine. Tom, you're right.
Sounds sexy, doesn't it?
We're both, you give and take it, and it's exactly how it is. It's a two pistol, what's the thing? What do you call it? It's like it goes two ways.
Yeah, I know what you're kind
I'll
of.
call it a swing, but it's not.
Yeah.
That's the best I can come up with analogy wise. So,
Well, and I can put this comment up. Yeah, I can't lie. Rob's let you down there. He reckons. I mean, yeah, it wasn't especially with the second yellow. You have to be a bit careful with, and obviously the banging out that, and it's.
I think
there's no VAR on that as well. I know it's going to be given. So yeah, I actually agree with that comment completely.
Arguably, the first yellow's a very soft one.
Yeah.
So we have been. I don't know if I can say we've been screwed over with the refereeing decisions. Really, well, the penalty especially was not a penalty.
That's fine, Sam.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. We say it.
To be honest, I feel sorry for all of you who have work tomorrow, and you go in and you got those fans that would be like, oh, they give you all the work, and it's just like, okay, sure, whatever.
All right. Well, shall we sort of look back a little bit while we sort of Sorry, mate.
I was saying I'm just glad that I'm, even though I look like I'm about 12 years old, I'm just glad I'm not a school student anymore because I would have not wanted to go in tomorrow.
No.
You
definitely wouldn't want to be doing your exams, would you?
Horrendous abuse. Yeah. And my response to that was, most of you support Man United. Come on.
Yeah. Keep it clean, but deep down we despise them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, we've been speaking for over an hour and 15 minutes now, and I don't believe, shall we say a forbidden word has been said. So fair play to you guys. Yeah, I bet they are. I bet they are here. There's no comment from Tom. I sit with West Ham and Spurs fans. Oh, they're a delight. Yeah, I bet they are.
It depends what type of West Ham fans you get, I suppose, because the ones that I was sitting there, they were all right. They weren't being that in your face or anything like that. They on Sunday, so it's quite interesting. A little bit of mix that you get. There's no real affection for these sort of games that you usually get in the men's game, but interesting little thing. Excuse me. Right. So while we've got the halftime break, so let's have a little chat about how this has gone, shall we? And we've got to summarise how the penalty first and foremost, shall we? Well, I don't. For me personally, I don't think that's a penalty.
Yeah.
I don't know what the penalty's for. I don't know if the penalty's on because Cedric went in on Son first, and then Holding's gone in on him afterwards. Mm-hmm. But bearing in mind, with that in mind, you had Ryan Sessegnon who handballed the ball in the middle of that as well. Yeah. So it's a very questionable decision, if I'm honest. They're just showing the holding challenge now.
The wrestling there.
Yes, I'm just getting at the.
So maybe what I would have probably accepted is if he got the yellow card in that first 10 minutes, if that was the yellow card, and then he turned around to him, and this one here, if he turned around to the right, that's your last one, and the next time you do anything like that, that's a red card. You're going to get you the next yellow. But instead, he's moved his elbow into Son. But I question why Son's face was down quite low like that.
I like the comment from here. Tom says, "Come on, let's refocus."
Yeah,
we've still got the second half. Yeah, you're right.
No, go on, Lee.
Posh, mate, you're my guest. Carry on, my friend.
we definitely improved in the last few minutes, even though it was
Yeah.
too late. Hopefully we can continue that, but it's going to be really difficult to turn it around, like I said before.
And I mean, obviously, we're told him being off the field. I don't think they made that substitution. We were seeing Bergen getting ready to go. I don't think he's come on the field. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
I don't think he has,
I don't either. So
which means he will probably be coming on in the second half. But again, it questions who you're coming on for.
I would suggest,
I'm just gonna
I'll put a
say-
suggestion out there. I'd be looking perhaps at Martinelli and then you to come off. So then you've got the centre halves are covered, and then you given, at least you can do something attackingly, sort of like a 4-4-1 situation perhaps.
So just to put it into perspective, the stats so far, shot-wise, they've had 8. Both their goals have been on target. Have been from their only goals on shots on target.
Shots on target, yeah, I get what you mean.
We've had 5 shots. 3 of them have been on target. So that just puts into clarification that they've basically had 2 chances and they've scored from.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Kane's penalties, obviously, we know how good he is on them as well. He doesn't miss many, does he? To be fair, he did take it nicely. I'm going to give it a balanced kind of look. Arsenal fans aren't going to like me saying that. I know. Slaughter me in the chat. Come on, but he did. As he does, he's composed with his finish, and he lost all the defenders with the header as well.
So Tom's put the point there of when he got the red cards that he shoulder barged him, so he's gone to lean in with his shoulder. But I think it's because Son's face is so close to his elbow. That's why he's got.
It does look like he elbowed him, but at the same time, it didn't look intentional. It's weird, really. From an angle, it looked like he elbowed him.
Yeah,
but I think it was unintentional.
I don't know if this change is gonna. I'm not in for this. I'll put it in a comment. Obviously, Tom's absolutely entitled to his point of view. You're saying you get lacquer on for Eddie. Eddie's got much more mobility.
He's not been able to show what he's been able to do, has he? So
he's not had the service, has he?
Lacquer's in terrible form.
Yeah.
But then again, he does like a North London derby. He does like to score in these sorts of games.
I always say this when I'm on Arsenal live streams, but get Smith Rowe on.
Yeah.
See, that's also another question. Why wasn't
if we had a comfortable lead in the second half, I would have genuinely thought about getting Patino on, but I'm not sure about that now.
I don't think this is probably the game for Charlie, to be honest. I've got a lot of time for him. It'll be a bit much for a young man to make an impact.
It's a huge ask.
Yeah, but I would have only done it if we had a very comfortable lead in 5 minutes to go or something. I would have done that. But
the alternative is now we go back to a back 3, and it'll be, I believe, Cedric, Gabriel, and I'm trying to think off the top of my head who's the other.
Be White and Tomiyasu.
Right. Oh no. So Tomiyasu. So it'll be Tomiyasu would definitely be one of the centre backs because he's played there. So Ben White for Cedric would have to be the change. But it's a case of what else can you do? Because if you put number 34 on there at the back, you lose things in midfield. You're
already missing Thomas Partey, don't forget. So you're absolutely right there, mate.
You're putting square pegs in round holes at the end of the day.
Fair enough.
Ideally, you don't want to get a player sent off, but especially a defender. If it was a midfielder, we could have probably allowed that. But it was nice to see Rob going in hard and trying to get into their heads a little bit, but unfortunately, it's backfired this time around.
Yeah, it's not gone well, in fairness.
That tackle from that stop from Cedric to what was it? Stop Tottenham from, was it going 2-0 up? That was good. That was very
There was
good.
a big block from Tommy Asu as well. I think
That was a
we are
positive.
forgetting.
But
So you'll probably see it if you watch the game again on a replay
See-
or whatever. And it's kind of difficult to call everything as you're watching it as well, isn't it? But
I think
But
that's
the,
the other
I
thing.
mean-
They haven't really threatened our goal apart from the only 2 times that they've scored.
I agree.
So it's almost
So
like
not a lot of chances either way,
they
to be
haven't
honest.
really done anything, whereas we've done most of the work really in terms of shots on target. It's just a shame that we haven't had like a little bit of luck where it's like bounced and rebounded and someone's actually in to try and send it. Oh, you could win a trip with Orlando Studios and get tickets to the Florida Cup.
Fantastic.
still has nothing on the timer. The Sports Bible offered to have a trip to Las Vegas with Sam Allardyce last year.
Wow. I mean, that would be a prize, wouldn't it? I mean,
That was
fantastic stuff.
last year.
I'm just thinking, it does this Florida Cup, is this what Arsenal are taking part in next summer?
It's the pre-season tournament, isn't it?
Yeah.
Over there, yeah, definitely. I
Oh,
do
that's
believe.
nice.
Are we going to be
That's
playing
really
Chelsea
nice
over there?
to
I think.
see. That's really nice to see. They've got a Tottenham supporter with cerebral palsy, and they've taken him towards the goal, and they've just shown him scoring one of the goals, and it's really nice to see things like that.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness to them, yeah, absolutely, that's great stuff. Right, gentlemen, if you wanted to go and get yourself a drink and stuff, this is probably your opportunity, because I'm going to put the halftime break video on. So you give yourselves a couple of seconds, or we'll be back after this break. Wow, that was quick, wasn't it? I didn't even see the break thing go up.
I'll tell you what, that was actually good timing because we're just about to kick off at the moment.
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm in production, isn't it?
So
you time that to a T.
In somewhat good news, we are still fifth, but we do have to win the next 2 games, which is going to be a big loss. But
Yep.
I think the positive we can take is not going to go down to 5th after this game anyway.
Exactly.
Just all
Yeah, I mean,
depends on
like we said, we are
3 points in our last 2 games.
I just want to point out that I don't know if you guys know this, Tottenham's next games. As he quotes, I'm really struggling. I'm sorry, guys. But their next games are Burnley and Norwich, just so you know. So I wouldn't be banking on them sides taking the points off Tottenham. So it makes our next one against Newcastle a bit more important. And bear in mind how well that they are playing at the moment.
So at the moment, Tottenham just passing it
great
about.
job at Newcastle.
Just passing it backwards and forwards. They're not. I think that Conte is going to
bring
be.
Sam back in, guys. Here comes Sam.
You have the return of the calm and collected Zen Sam. Second half.
Oh, not going to be Zen for much longer.
Oh, for God's sake!
That Zen's gone out the window. This is just going to
So
be.
that, yeah.
Do you want to end the
Perfect
stream
timing.
now? I'm sorry, but that's
Oh,
just
dear.
appalling. I don't even know what's gone on
I
there.
haven't even seen any of the play for the second half yet,
is-
guys.
It's 3-0.
I love this in our group chat for Canon Chat. G's just says I'm switching off. Thanks,
Yeah, I
thanks
would
G.
be.
I don't blame you.
If I wasn't on this stream now, it would have gone off at 2-0.
I'm sorry, but I don't know what's got. To be honest, that should have been again. There's a question for us to have a free kick there because Kane's dragged. I think it's Gabriel to the floor. He's played on. Someone somehow managed to get a touch on it, and no one's really picking up the pieces. It's just all falling apart, and it's falling apart at the wrong time.
Sonny scored the goal, guys. I know they got in the emotion of it. They thought, oh, Sam's gone again.
It's just, this is
God's sake, this is a car crash, guys.
This is kind of the one things that I've always thought about Arteta when it comes to like these big matches. You got to up yourself. You got to amp yourselves. And like, I don't mean to be rude, but an experienced manager would have got these players in the right frame of mind. And Martinelli's probably just given a free kick now when he was through on goal. And it's things like that if you had an Ancelotti, and he would have been able to get this team into the mentality of not doing these small things. But he's not even made a substitution when we've got effectively playing with no centre back.
Did Ben not come on?
No one's come on.
I think they might have put Tommy Asu at centre half, and they might have.
But then that means that they're having a makeshift right back.
Yeah,
which looks like Mr. 34, which means you're losing something in midfield. And again,
oh my God,
where's the card there? He's throwing the ball there as well. Where's the card?
Free kick, right? And then Harry Kane has thrown the ball away, yet he's going to get away with not even getting a card.
There's a card. There needs to be a card there.
If there isn't a card, this guy.
Who is this ref? Because this is doing the. I'm sorry to this. Whoever this person is a nincompoop.
Thank you. He's a banana as well. Can we get that one in as well?
Yeah,
Clown.
He's a banana. He's
It's clown. Yeah, clown's the favourite here.
A prune. We've got all of them. I've got all of them in the locker.
So I can probably suggest by the way this is going, I don't think G will be joining us on the stream after this one.
I think I'll be.
I can't say.
Oh no! Here again.
Is it 4?
Careful.
I can't say I will.
Don't give away a penalty.
I think even if G decides to do his stream, I don't think.
We've got a free kick. Shut up. Oh, come on now.
Now there's more.
They're going to be kicking off now. What is got? Oh.
Do you know what? I'm going to put this out there. If I was a Spurs fan and watching this game as a Spurs fan, I would be fully embarrassed into how my team have acted. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I would be embarrassed as to how they've acted and how they've held themselves.
Yeah. Okay. I will respect your views there, mate. Oh, this is going bad. We've still got 40 minutes of this to go.
I know.
Unfortunately, I've got
the longest 40
there
minutes of my life.
Oh, right. Okay. So it's Paul Tierney that's the referee.
Okay.
I just got a phone call from my dad. I don't think he knows that I'm on a podcast, but I can't imagine that's going to be.
Go on, take the call, mate. Go on. It's all right. We'll mute you.
No, I think even for you mute, the powers of mute, something would still get through.
Well, even if you mute it and put it on the camera, I think I can imagine what your dad's saying.
Yeah, I can.
This isn't going jolly well, everybody.
Come on.
You know what? Go on, Martinelli.
Finally, come on.
Saka. Blocks. Oh, my words.
Honestly, it's not going to be. Honestly, we are not going to score here if we're here all night.
Arsenal got the try.
If we came up and set up camp on the side in tents and decided to come out every 10 minutes and give it a shot at goal with no goalkeeper in the net, we'd still find a way to not score.
They're just going to park the bus. Now they've got the third one, aren't they? That's literally what they're doing. Long ball into the box, corner for Arsenal. Okay, commando unit.
I'm not.
I think I would leave that one where it is.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, can we just be a bit, careful here? This is kind of on my watch,
It's gone straight to Lloris. I can't even remember what I was going to say. But still, it's an important game, and he hasn't brought anyone on or anything like that. He's expecting them to go out with the 10 men and do the job. You're 3-0 down.
Yeah, I do get what Matt's saying. I've said this before. Like, he often, I don't want to go on in him too much because he can't tell how the players are going to play when they go on the pitch. But he makes mistakes and he just does them again. He doesn't sometimes learn by his mistakes. And yeah, to go 2-0 down when you've got a little bit more of a chance, right? You then put on a centre back to shore it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't wait for it to go to 3-0 and then the game be completely done before you then think, oh, it's too late now, because it's too late. If you make that decision at 2-0.
Okay, I'm going to play a little bit of a game of devil's advocate now, if I can hold up with my voice. All right, you've got Holding, who's already suspended for Monday. And obviously, we need to keep pace with this lot in terms of the points and stuff.
Go on, counter. Oh.
How fit is Ben White then? If he can't take the field right now, has he just been rushed back? I mean, do you want to give Johnson a go here? What do you think's best for us to do?
Right, I didn't think of it that way. Yeah, maybe that's why he's made that decision. And then, granted, we've got to look at the bigger picture, I think, a little bit. Obviously, we're all disappointed that we haven't turned up, but we are still a point.
Odegaard's.
So it's still in our hands. We are still a point in front. We've just got to go now, and with 2 more games to go and win them both. That's what we've got to do. So, yeah, it's a tough one. I think we've got to bounce back very quickly from this. We've got to just say, right, look, that's a fluke. It happens sometimes, and we've got to push on to Monday. It's not ideal, but yeah, it's not. I was speaking to my friend at half time, and I just said it's so like Arsenal to not do anything easy and to leave us hanging and to leave us maybe we can, maybe we won't. We never do anything easy, so I don't know why we expected any different. Really.
Yeah, but all season, some of these teams have gone, I don't want top 4, and they've been passing it backwards and forwards, and by some chance, and I'm going to say that almost through gritted teeth, that we've been handed an opportunity, and so many times we haven't taken that opportunity because we've lost that next game. I mean, in January, I genuinely thought we could have gone on as low as 12 because I did not have any faith in this team at all. I did not have any faith that Arteta would actually get the best out of this team, especially when you send out the best player and just because he's having a bit of a hissy fit because he's not getting game time and he's not in the right mood to be scoring goals. But obviously there is a big picture. You got exciting players throughout the team, but you need them to appear for games. Here we go. Martinelli on the ball, trying to take two players on, and he's got to pass it backwards just so we can take 1 step forwards again. And I
do think we've shown. I know it's one game, and I don't want to go over the top, but I think we have kind of shown where the areas in which we're missing. We're missing experienced players that can. We've got the young talent, we've got this exciting talent, but we're still missing someone when things don't go our way and you're 2-0 down to bring everyone together and go, look, this is still a game that we can get something from.
Yeah.
So
remember that we're missing key players as well. We're missing Kieran Tierney, who would be loving a game like this where he can make tackles left, right, and centre and really G up the crowd. Here we go, Odegaard's to Nketiah. Unfortunately, no one's there to help him out, so he's got to go solo. Crosses it into the box, and Lloris catches. So, if you're thinking about it, that's not the normal. That wouldn't be the normal lineup anyway, because obviously Ben White's on the bench anyway.
Yeah, but I still do think you can't have a team that is completely a young side. You still have to have some experience. I think what I would be looking at, like a 25, 26-year-old striker. Wouldn't be looking, and then perhaps bringing in maybe a 23-year-old as well. Just
We need
Or
to bring
maybe-
Gabriel Jesus in next season.
That's definitely a possibility.
That's a definite
Gentlemen.
possibility, but that's not your complete answer, is it? Because you need another
I
striker
know.
scoring you 30 to 35 goals a season.
From what I always thought, if we're going to have
I
four
think he's a good
strikers,
player.
you make one of them the youngster. One of them's got to be that tall player in the box. The other one's the pacemaker, and then you've got sort of like an all-rounder that can do a bit of everything. So similar to what Tammy Abraham is doing at Roma at the moment.
That's one I'd be very in for, by the way, Tammy. I like him a lot. I think he's a good kid. Gentlemen, I don't know if you've seen what I've just sent you on your Twitters, on your DMs, on our little group chat thing here.
I'll have a quick look.
This is from I can't show this on the screen, but this is from our graphics guy Martin from Canon Chat, who's just sent us an image. I can't show it on the screen, obviously. It's Holding and Son.
Right,
in
okay.
The red card incident.
Yes, and this is right. Okay, so this is very similar to what I was sort of saying. Oh, Ramsdale's made a great save there, and Arsenal clear.
I missed that. I was looking at the picture.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that at all. So from that picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously we've paused it, so we can't see it in real time. But from that picture, it looks like Rob Holding hasn't extended his arm at all, and Son's just kind of stuck his head towards his arm.
Yeah, and
and it's resulted in Son falling over, which is stupid.
Brilliant save from Ramsdale.
If that's the case, but obviously we've paused it.
And Ramsdale just gets an arm to it and just palms it away. Brilliant defending. But yeah, Sam, this was the thing. When I looked at it originally, it was like, why is Son's head in the way? He's supposed to be sprinting for the ball. Why is his head down like that? That's not how you normally run. You only run like that if you're sprinting.
At every given opportunity they've had, they've been first to fall to the ground and make everything of it. At every single little foul that has potentially gone their way, they've been first to throw themselves down, and it's just a little bit embarrassing, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
See, this is the other thing. On one of the angles, it does look like he's made sure that the elbow has connected with the face, so that he's sort of sold it to him. But if that's the case, then surely they need to do things about that, because there's too much play acting involved now. Like, how many times have we seen players like go down and then roll around on the floor and say they're really hurt and things like that? And it's not just certain teams or certain players.
I got that really slowly then.
Yeah, it was the VAR replay
across the board, and
still one point ahead with 2 to play. I know, but it's Arsenal, and I don't know, the Newcastle game is a must-win, and
see, this is the problem now. Is Newcastle going in party mode because they've gotten us. They weren't expected to stay up, and they've pulled it out the bag. Eddie Howe's done a really good job with them. If I'm honest,
right.
So, and they'll be looking
where they were to where they are.
Yeah, they'll be looking to push towards Europe if they can. Maybe go for one sort of trophy next season. Excuse me. But this is the thing. When I look at this team at the moment, there's 2 players on that pitch that their contracts are expiring. I know I said when me and Sam were on another stream.
Good save, Ramsdale.
Against
He was
Chelsea.
going over anyway, but
if he was in that sort of form, why not give him the chance to sign, as people say, signed a ting?
Mm-hmm.
But he hasn't proved.
Cringe.
That.
Yes, you know. He hasn't really proved it in this game that he's ready for the Premier League.
I would, I have been first to kind of say last couple of games, maybe he's good as a squad player, but I look at him in this game and I go, do you know what? If we can coop back some wages, I don't think it's worth keeping on to. I think the question.
It's a hard one.
I have yo-yos with Eddie. I'm not going to lie. I have yo-yoed with Eddie. But when I look at El Neni, I look at a player that should be playing full team football. He shouldn't be on just happy with the bench. He should be looking to be playing full time. He should be looking to push on into one of those two defensive midfielder areas. But again, it's just.
Here we go.
I think.
Hey!
It just looks so bad because.
Was that offside? Either way.
You're kind of wondering why he's there at the moment.
Sorry,
because...
what's happened there, Bertie?
Oh, actually, he might have been offside.
No, he's not offside. It's not offside. He's onside there.
Okay, but he just.
So Chatalong gets the ball.
He misplaced the shot there, and it looked a bit. Very much off target.
I think your Eddie and Ketty are staying goes out the window for me.
Yeah, I think Eddie goes.
Off, by the way.
So Martinelli off, Smith Rowe on.
Okay.
Again.
And I think you El Neni going as a squad player. That's another one that I wouldn't be too keen on now.
Let's not be too harsh on the guy because he's just we're having a bad game here, guys. Let's remember how phenomenal he's been against certainly Crystal Palace. He's done a good job against the Hammers.
I get what you're coming from,
Crystal
but
Palace.
Sorry?
Phenomenal against Crystal Palace.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that against Chelsea or against West Ham, I said.
I don't know.
He's there he is there just to be there, but as in he's happy where he is. He's not content to push on any further than he is, which is why you kind of do need a player like that. But at the same time, when you're reaching the peak of your career, you don't want to be just sitting there on the bench going, right, okay, when am I getting my chance? When am I getting my chance? I'm supposed to be playing for my national team, and I'm playing more minutes for my national team than I am for my club. He should. I just think at the moment, free kick again.
I know. I don't want to go over the top a little bit, and I don't want to go and kind of go crazy. But if we think that we can turn up to top teams in Europe like this, then we need to continue. Because if we were playing,
reality check, isn't it?
Yeah. If we turned up how we played tonight against a PSG, a Bayern Munich, what would the score have been? 14-1.
Say, for example, if the new Champions League groups, imagine if that was changed and we were playing Barcelona one week, then Bayern Munich, then Real Madrid. Imagine we had those over.
Can you imagine this team against Bayern Munich?
Yeah, exactly.
Bayern Munich would be licking their lips. Nabry would be going around waiting for the ball to be tapped in every 5 minutes. And so would Sane. It's just.
There's not an argument on my end that we're going to be. If we get this fourth place, we're going to need to increase the squad. But and I agree with you. Obviously there's a lot of work to go. But bear in mind where we were, and let's just not go too far over the top. From on one bad performance in a massive game. Let's be fair, okay? It's not an easy watch.
It's not. I know you're going to have games that are not as good as you wanted, but it's not just one game, is it? It's a Brighton.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's not just one isolated game. This is not just the only game we played bad in all season.
No.
There has been a few. So I kind of think, looking at it, I'm going to look at it one way. I think we've massively overachieved as to what we thought. So we've
overachieved for me. I thought we were going to finish 12th. That's how badly I thought it could have gone.
At the start of the season, I predicted us to finish 11th. Genuinely.
I think we've done better than we thought we had. So I think we've gone a bit above ourselves. I think we haven't been given like a I'm not saying we're doing bad. That's not at all.
We had we've had a little bit of luck with other teams' results,
The fact
haven't
that we
we?
got this far
kind
and
of
got
agreeing
towards
about that.
fourth place is a great achievement considering went in a pretty much no expectations at the start of the season. But
Lloris
is our
goes
squad good enough for Champions League football is the real debate here. Because I dread to think of this team coming up against Real Madrid, as we were saying.
The thing is, I don't think it's like that. I think it's more vital that we finish top 4 because let's be frank, right? We
attract more players.
If we don't finish top 4 and we end up in the Europa League again, we ain't going to be able to sign anybody of any worth.
Exactly.
So we're going to be back to square one again. That's the bigger person issue, I think.
Yeah, I agree with this. Exactly. And here's a good one to think about as well. I mentioned this a little bit ago. So Spurs games to go.
Is it all right if I just give your voice a little bit of rest? For just quickly, I will say fair play to Arteta because he's done miracle, like he's almost made a miracle this season. Like
absolutely.
Like from where it was in January. So fair play to him. I don't like him as a coach, but fair play to him.
Okay.
So sorry, Lee.
I was in full flow saying that Spurs' fixtures are Burnley and Norwich. Sorry, Burnley and we've got Norwich and Everton in our final games. Now, bear in mind the Leeds result from last night. That relegation issue there between Leeds and Everton looks a little bit clearer now than it might have been. So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lee, you're going to
be
myself as you're going to give me a clip around the ear, aren't you?
I think Lee's face needs to. I'm going to find that and just have a picture of Lee's face when he put the clipboard down and that look of like
mean face.
And I'm gonna put it on my Instagram tomorrow. I'm gonna put my reaction to last night's game, and then just put your face just there.
That's okay. It's all fine. It's absolutely fine.
We've put him on a 10-second timeout.
Oh wow! Usually it's me that gets timed out on streams.
Believe it, Posh. In a fellow member of our community earlier on, I was on his stream, and can you imagine someone actually timed me out? I can't believe it.
Oh wow!
You can have your guesses.
Yeah, I have many guesses. Many.
Mr. Assad might have put me in timeout.
Oh, was it a certain someone who I met?
Yeah.
A few weeks ago.
Right.
Person.
Okay. We've got 20 minutes to go now. We need to let's try and get something out of this now.
20 minutes cannot go. As much as I'm not in bad company, 20 minutes cannot go quicker.
I'm not going to lie.
Tell you what, this comeback is going to be special, guys.
I'll tell you what, I'll be happy if we get at least a goal because I don't think we've had the chances. We just haven't put them away. They have. That might just be the lucky goal. You never know. Gabriel.
I don't know if I put this one up or yet or not, but I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I'm not. I know you're a huge fan.
I'm not going to comment.
I'm not mocking it. It was generally how I was feeling at the time when that January transfer window was shut.
I think January transfer window was not great, was it? Let's look at how it all panned out on that day as well. On my Cannon Shatter debut as well, by the way.
That was amazing. You and Lottie and was it Stephen? Yeah, it was Stephen that day.
They were making all a big fuss that no one made any we hadn't made any signings. Of course they did, and I'm right here.
See, I think a lot of that I look at and just go, a lot of the things they did not make sense. Like, El Neni and Party were off at AFCON. They didn't bring anyone in the midfield to cover.
Wilshere was
Sure.
available then.
Obviously,
Oh, yeah,
Aubameyang was gone, but Eddie's gone off the pitch.
You look at
God.
you look at some
Lacazette.
things that we've done right, but then you look at other things like we're just speaking about, and look at the things we've done horrifically wrong, and that we still need to learn from. So there's still a lot that we need to learn from, and if we don't, then it's just going to be the same old that we've seen for the last.
Have you seen what I'm seeing here, by the way, guys? Sonny's gestures. Oh, I can't believe I'm going off. I can't believe it.
It's just.
It just made me laugh.
Not gonna lie, this is like really deflating now. Like the fact that Lacazette's
you're
supposed to
happy,
be playing as a striker and he's playing as a midfielder, but his positioning's really bad. Like he's almost playing as a centre. He's playing in where Smith Rowe is playing basically at the moment, and they're just passing it backwards and forwards. Holly's probably loving this. She's probably at the game just loving life.
I'm surprised she hasn't popped in the chat.
Well, she's supposed to be at the game.
She's at the game.
I feel sorry for George and Lottie here because they're both at the game tonight.
They're at Lane, are they? Or whatever they want to call it these days.
Really? I thought had they gone to the game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So I'm only repeating what you said. You said to 11, 12, here we are. Yeah, like this. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I've put my hat out and said that I was completely wrong, Tom. And I'm not going to lie. I'm happy to say I was wrong because this is the way things gone.
Gabriel looks like he's taking a bit of a knock now.
See, this is the last thing we want is another centre-back injury so that we've got no centre-backs.
Tavares is coming on.
Do you know what? I'm trying to think. Last season, Tavares is going to come on.
Our Northern saviours, Lacazette and Tavares.
Running out of centre backs for Monday night. What does that
Oh,
mean?
they're at the Tolly. Oh, okay, so they're watching it in the Tolly.
I thought they were at the Tolly watching.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, Tom.
There you go.
I thought George was at the game.
I'm deceased, everyone.
Like,
Rest.
are you there as well, Tom? Or are you watching it at home?
Shall we put your sound on full screen? I think that'd be fun for everyone.
If you like.
How could this
Right.
happen?
So Gabriel has definitely gone off for Tavares. It's just not been our night, unfortunately. 15 minutes to go, and we have a makeshift defence.
You can say that one again, Matt. I don't think not our night's a bit of an understatement, if I'm honest.
Oh, I don't think he could have put it any better. So that's Gabriel coming off. Fantastic.
Let's just be real. I hope it's nothing too bad. I hope he's only out for a couple of days, not like you have to go to Southampton tomorrow. Okay, fair enough, Tom.
Come on, Nuno. You got this.
Honestly, it would just be nice to just score one. I'm not even going to celebrate.
I'll be happy with one at the moment. Let's try and get one and then
something.
Store some sort of pride at the moment because.
Oh, I wouldn't even say if we scored one, it would store any pride. This is the most embarrassing, one of the most embarrassing defeats I've ever had.
It'll show some sort of fight or some sort of resolve. It won't show that we just took the result lying down flat, facing flat, like they have done in recent games in the North London derby, especially away from home. But you know what annoys me is that over the last couple of years, every time we've played them, we've always played at the Emirates first. We have not played them first at theirs.
This was a delayed game as well, wasn't it?
I
know we played them in September.
They played.
I think.
So what needs to every time I look at the fixtures, I always have a look to see when we're playing them and are we playing them at ours first? And we always do. last time I think we did was 2013.
I think last season we played Tottenham
No.
at their
I think
ground first. I think
that was lockdown, wasn't it?
yeah.
That was,
And then in around February we were at the Emirates and won 2-1.
What?
February, March time, I think. Last season.
I just don't know anymore. I had
Come on,
something
get
else.
a goal back so I can make a joke about an Istanbul comeback.
I can't make an Istanbul comeback at this rate.
Ooh,
Tavares.
ooh.
I'm gonna stick by what I said.
Was
At
it
the
in?
start.
Straight loose.
We are not going to score if we were here all night. Remove all the Tottenham players, off Dan Luis, and still somehow we'd find a way to put it past the post, hit the post, or hit the bar.
So while we have a little bit of a moment, I just want to thank everybody who has been around in the stream today. And I know it's, especially at this stage of the game when things aren't going particularly great, we appreciate each and every one of you being there. So thank you. I'm just going to see if I can get the comment screen back up because it seems to have gone down for me at the moment. I have literally nothing. It's all going wrong.
I have nothing as well after this. I've got nothing either. There's nothing left.
I mean, I can't even get the banners up. I can't do anything. It's gone. Help me, guys. Help me. It's gone.
As Lee said, don't forget to give us a subscribe, etc.
Right. Bertie, you are right. We did play them first, and that was December. That was in December. Hold on.
We did play them first at White Hart Lane last season. I do remember that.
But it's been a long time since we played them at ours for hold on. 2021.
Was it? Oh, go on! Oh, that was probably our best chance of the game, but it again was straight at Lloris.
Yeah, we played them at home and won 2-1.
Honestly, even if we score now, I don't think the place will change from just that. If I'm honest.
I just want us to get a goal somehow so we can celebrate something.
Something to just sort of semi-cheer us up.
You know?
There's nothing here tonight. It's just emotional, but there we are. Maybe that's just me.
And you can tell sort of by the silence, there's like the way we're acting and things like that. This isn't like just a reaction thing. It's just
more minutes if you include stoppage.
We haven't really turned up at all tonight, and we've just sort of let them allowed to play, as Sam has said, and we've just given the ball back to them left, right, and centre now, and they're just queuing up in the box just to have the shot.
We have this average. We have made this average Tottenham side look like prime Barcelona, and I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Like we just made them look good. I don't even think they've been that good. If they'd been good and they'd been better than us, I'd have held my hands up and gone, yeah, they've been amazingly better. But I don't.
And this was our most important game of the season, and we've just not turned up at all.
They're trying to claim handball, and Lucas Moura handballed it.
I don't even think they've been that amazing. I don't know what anybody else thinks, but I don't.
I'm surprised the ref didn't give them the penalty, to be honest, knowing the previous penalty.
Steve, weren't you meant to be in the commentary box?
Oh, that's my dad.
Oh.
That's his mother's comment.
At this rate, it might as well be sit down, Tom. Just reminds me of a thing whenever I watch the games like these. I mean, whenever me and Sam end up in one of these podcasts, Chatalong, sorry, and how many times have we sat and in these games in a row and it hasn't happened? And I think the last game that we watched, it wasn't the West Ham.
No, we scraped that. We was both on the Chelsea one, correct?
Yeah, we were both on the Chelsea one. So
we just held on to that one. The other podcast didn't happen.
I mean, I've still got to break the women's duck as well, but that's a different story because that's a different chat along. I'm sure whatever happens, what's happening over the next couple of days over the Channel League? Is there any chance that you can let people know, or
Can't really talk at the moment.
no? Okay.
There's lots of good content coming up on the channel. That's all you need to know.
Listen, subscribe.
Got a guest appearance from Kermit the Frog there as well.
It's not easy, but just bring out a new, different song. It's not easy being an Arsenal supporter.
It's not. Certainly is not.
Yes, that's a good point. Actually, for those that are wondering, the WSL teams have brought out their goals of the season, player of the season, and manager of the season. Jonas Iverveld has been nominated for manager. You've got Katie has been nominated for goal of the season for a goal against Aston Villa. And on top of that, Vivian Miedema and Beth Mead have been nominated for player of the season for us. If any chance you get, please consider voting for them because we are Arsenal. We do like a good poll, and these players and managers all deserve the recognition that they should get. And good luck to all of them in the nominations because, to be honest, they're up against a load of Chelsea players and some of them do not deserve that award, that's for sure.
Oh, no, the Chelsea, as much as I don't like them, I'm not going to mention names or anything.
I don't like mentioning that Aussie because she just frustrates me.
I think you've got to, regardless of who the manager is and whether we like her or not, you've got to be quite on the fence and say to win 3
Graceful in defeat, Sam. Graceful in defeat.
I think you've got to commend that 3 WS.
No, we lost it again.
Impressive.
Lacazette wins it back, and it's gone out for a throw. Arsenal throw. Here we go. Last 5 minutes. Are we actually going to see Arsenal turn up for 5 minutes?
So I don't know if this is right, and we obviously can't hear the commentary, but I think Gabriel has pulled his hamstring.
Oh, he'll be out for 6 weeks then.
So if you consider that we've got no Holding, no Gabriel, we don't know how fit Ben White is. He's not even come on the field tonight, right?
Nope.
No.
Oh, come on, just put him down.
So when we went down to 10 men, he took his kit off like he was going to come on.
Yeah.
And put his kit back on and has stayed like that for the rest of the game. So that's not a good sign, really, is it?
Did he aggravate himself in the warm-up, maybe?
Probably.
It is a thought we hadn't thought of.
Zach Swanson and Mohamed El Neni at centre-back by the looks of it.
Well, we're running out of numbers. You've got the young lad Swanson who's been on the bench for an awful, for a lot of the last few games.
From what I remember, Zach Swanson is a right back. He's not actually a centre back.
Oh, that's just wonderful. Thanks for that, Matt. That wonderful bit of information. I'm thrilled.
It does question though, why are you putting these youngsters on the bench, but why are you not considering even using them?
Mm-hmm.
If they can work in a position.
Arsenal.
I know you're kind of desperate, but last season you're desperate, and you put Smith Rowe on the pitch, and Smith Rowe goes and brings you playing 7, 8, 9 out of 10s every week. So
is it possible for us to buy out Saliba's loan to bring him back for the last 2 games?
It'll be too late.
I'm just trying to think what else we could do because we haven't got any other centre backs.
Is Joanne
Australia
Jury
if
now
she
the
come
coaching
back
team?
from holiday.
Just
I
trying
didn't
to-
hear what you said, mate. I didn't hear what you said, Posh.
I said, bring back Joanne Juru. He's on the coaching team.
Oh, you're wow.
You
Has
know
anyone
what? I
got
miss
David
the
Luiz's
days of a
number?
Bouet. I genuinely miss the days of a Bouet. He just didn't appreciate him at the time.
Can we emergency? Do you know when they have to, like, when they've got no goalkeepers
Yeah.
left,
Emergency
They have
centre
to-
back.
emergency loan a goalkeeper? Is that possible in the rules of a centre back?
Yeah. Oh god, all our players are picking up cards now.
Yeah.
Giving them out like their birthday presents.
Oh dear. Just there you go. You probably won't want to hear this, guys, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to try to say it anyway. Kane has got more goals against us in the Premier
Yeah,
League
it's
than
horrible.
anybody else. I know.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? On that list, there's only one other player that's still playing, and that's Jamie Vardy with 11.
Vardy. Yeah.
Still never understand why he stayed at Leicester.
He was linked to Arsenal a few years ago. We weren't. I
Yeah.
didn't think we were going to get him. But
It was nearly signed, wasn't it? It was nearly signed, sealed, and
done,
delivered,
yeah.
and then at the last minute he
Yeah.
changed his mind to stay at Leicester. To be honest, I could. I think that was the season that we got
see where he was coming
Lacazette.
from.
So. You enjoying that, Sam?
Yeah, it's about the only enjoyment I've had for the last 90 minutes, isn't it? So,
Let's just see what Sam's up to, shall we? Because I can't see.
I'm just eating sweet, if I'm honest.
There you go.
It looks like a snake. Is it not a snake?
No, it's something called a sour spark.
Oh,
Something we've lacked in the whole of this game, a spark.
right.
It's
If
been more
nothing
sour
else-
than Spark.
If nothing else from this stream, I now know how to do that.
You know what? I've always actually no. I shouldn't mention that story because of what. But
Legal ramifications.
Yeah, if you shouldn't mention it, then I think we stop.
yeah, let's just say
Let's
Save
just
it
say
to
no.
the post show.
it's not PG rated. That story,
Yeah.
that's for sure,
Let's please not.
because it's about one of his celebrations, and
Oh
let's just
yes, I know what you're on about.
I'll leave it there. But it's just one of my friends who keeps telling me that story, and because he's a steward with Liverpool, so
There's some Arsenal fans that are still there. I would have left at half time because I wouldn't want the abuse.
They
from
might
Oh,
not
no.
have let them out. They might not
That
have let
looks-
them out.
that looks like safe standing to me. So that must mean the away area must be
Oh.
a safe standing zone.
Guys, there's
Oh,
something
great!
every game. Granite Xhaka's got a yellow
What's
card.
going on now?
Something
Oh, I don't know.
unheard of.
Oh,
Right, I'm going to
Nine-
attempt to.
Oh,
9th yellow card.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
but
we're going to get a player sent off just before the end of the game.
9
Oh,
yellow
another
cards
one.
this season. It's not good enough, is it? Like, I'm not being frank. It's not good enough.
Well, his
Right.
shirt was ripped there, Xhaka.
Tom,
I do. Let me see if I can
I
find
think it's
this.
PG. Yeah. Tom, have you got the PG tips tea out? I was saving self flares. To be honest, Tom, I think you'd have been the only one that would have probably actually given 100% if you were over there.
I get you. You mentioned in terms of content coming out. I know Lottie's on a stream coming up for the Newcastle preview, but it's not on a Canon Chatter. I think if I can try and find it, I'll try and find it for you.
Would that be
Yes,
the
I know.
North Banks Summit? Because I believe
John Sinclair, NFC. Let me just, I think Lottie's on John Sinclair TV. I'm not, so that's not one I'm familiar with, but
No,
I'm pretty sure.
that's not. No, it's not Albert's.
No, not Albert JTV. Can you just comments like that? Just do not welcome here. Whoever that is, fluids, whatever. I'm sorry, mate. You're out of line there. So you're done.
You shouldn't have highlighted it. You should have been able to.
I haven't put it up.
No, you did. No, you have. Just twice.
No, I'm sorry. No. I didn't. Well, I didn't mean to. I'm trying to. Sorry.
Just go on to Tom's comment there, the one above it.
Yeah.
Just so then you can highlight that. That's a bit better. Water. Oh, okay. So you're not.
Oh, it's finally over. It's finally over.
No, I can finally turn it off.
All right.
That's the only thing I've been pleased about all.
Absolute shambles.
All right. Well, look, I don't really want to spend too much time going over a post-mortem on this stream, but what I will say is I will thank these gentlemen for popping in and giving up your time, and I will also do. I know I have something prepared for you, so I'll go through Posh Bertie first, mate. Tell everyone where they can find you, and I'm going to put this banner up. There you go.
Yes, well, as it says on the banner, you can follow me on Twitter at PoshBertie, Instagram at Bertie.Wanless. That's it for my socials. Hello.
Sam, you're in trouble there, mate. Matt, go for it, mate.
So my Twitter handle is at MattLR28. I think Sam's got a little bit of a thing there.
A slap coming his way, I would imagine. He might have just cancelled us, to be fair.
Yeah.
Flipping idiot.
It's to be honest, I do a lot of writing with her football hub, mainly on women's football. Got a few exciting articles coming out soon, a little bit to do with WSL and fans and things like that. So keep an eye out for that. Just a reminder as well, before I forget, the Women's Euros tickets for the final and a few other games have gone on general sale. So if you do not have anything else to do in July, please check it out. General sale of these tickets. The Euros is all over the place, from Southampton to Brighton, all the way up towards Manchester and the Midlands, including Sheffield and Rotherham. I'll leave that there, and Sam, onto you.
Go ahead, my friend, before you ban us completely.
It's underneath there. It's on there. Sam Wilson one. It's just on there.
So, guys, this has been an absolute shambles. Thank you very much for being here. I don't think there's an awful lot more to say, but keep chatting.
Well,
thank you very much. Exactly, and like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Thank you very much. Au revoir. Bye-bye.
Bye.